many of the same facets, even covering it in sports. You guys will recognize him, Post Crescent, and I recognize him as one of the first families of soccer with a number of 2 kids that really excelled in it, and I'm sure wife is behind the scene just as involved, and I've been able to follow their daughter on Facebook. That's one of the big things the social media is about. And I know he's a proud dad, but we're proud of him. He was involved as one of the competitive coaches for a long period of time. He holds a Class D coaching license. He was involved both recreational and competitive, and probably got involved very similar to Dan at some point. I'll let him chat about his own experience before that. But a very competitive team. The Neenah Nutmeg won more than 25 tournament championships and compiled a record of 240, 35, and 16 in the years he was coaching. But pretty impressive. And more than that is the people that came out of that team. I know a lot of them, and the kind of individuals there, and the young adults that Dan spoke about was fantastic. That probably might even be his proudest moment. He was active in the Neenah Soccer Booster Club, raising funds and helping with the stadium. He has been the go-to person to get the soccer into the media. Got to work on that, by the way. So the family's passion for the game started early when Kaiser was here, and played for the Zig Builders, and the daughter Vienna played against sports. Kaiser himself played for 13 years, and then interval soccer at lacrosse. Vienna played for Neenah Soccer Club for 15 years. She was a 4-time starter, 4-year starter for the team, and went on to the UWM, and then Chicago Red Stars in the reserves, and then now playing. I'm not going to try to pronounce the team. I'll let you pronounce the team. Okay. Yep. Hoyker in Iceland, and for those who have been following, she's doing remarkably well. Team's struggling a little bit once in a while, but she's on the stat sheet a lot, so she's playing well and representing real well. Duke's wife, Kathleen, has been one of the biggest supporters. I got to make sure I put that in there all the time, and I didn't mean to say so. I'm sorry. And Duke, would you like to say anything?
Sure.
Right.
Journalist, we have words.
All right. Congratulations. Before I give him this, I want him to turn around and look back. Nice surprise.
Hey everybody, it's Behnke. I'm Duke Behnke's daughter, and I'm really sorry I couldn't be at the ceremony today, but I wanted to say a few things in honor of my dad. Currently, I'm living in Behnke, Iceland, which is a crazy fun place, and I'm playing professional soccer, which is a dream of mine since I was a little girl, and I know it definitely would not have been possible without the contribution from my dad. So I just want to say a few things besides that I wish I was there. Papa, some of your obvious contributions like developing good players and winning a bunch of games, I hope you're getting the recognition you deserve for that. But I think it's important to point out some of the stuff that you don't always think of as an accomplishment. One of the things is your longevity. You coached the Nutmeg for 9 seasons, I think, through the ups and the downs, and I think that's something I took for granted. Since you were my coach, I've had only one coach stay for more than 1 season. And coaching is a notorious business for churning through coaches and getting new coaches every year. And I think that it's quite remarkable that you stayed with us until we grew up and were no longer able to play in PBYSC. So thank you for that. And one other thing I want to mention that I think you don't get the recognition for always is that your management of players, and that you could keep all the players happy and even their parents happy, because as a youth soccer coach you're dealing with the parents almost as much as the kids. Not very many people know this, but for every game that you coached, every eligible player played at least half the game, besides State Cup because they have special rules. But I think that regardless of the player's attitude, the player's skill level, the score of the game, the weight of the game, if it was a tournament or a league, it's pretty remarkable that you were able to manage players like that. And I think the best managers in the world struggle with managing players, and that's something that you really have talent for, and that made everybody love to play for you, and I think that impacted a lot of people, a lot of girls to play soccer in Neenah. Without getting too mushy about all the stuff that you've done for me personally in my personal soccer career, I'll just say this. Papa, I love you, and on behalf of all the Nutmeg players, all the players that you've ever coached, and Neenah soccer as a whole, I just want to say thank you. As I continue to play soccer around the world, I hope to continue the legacy that you've instilled in me by playing the game the right way, by being respectful, having fun, but also being relentless and having the competitive spirit that the game deserves. Tack för mig, jag älskar dig, congratulations.
I was composed until that. So, I just want to say thank you to Kevin, thank you to the Soccer Hall of Fame for the induction, for the nomination and the induction. It's truly very special to me. Not expected at all, but very much appreciated. I didn't grow up playing soccer. Clintonville didn't have it. I ran cross country, played tennis, but I caught my interest in soccer when I went to Germany in high school and in college. And the passion for the game was just developed from there. I certainly didn't get up here alone. I have many friends and mentors in the audience here that helped me. Chuck, shared his passion for the game, taught me knowledge of the game, shared his fields with our teams, which was really special. Harry, he coached Vienna for a year, and I learned by watching him and watching his boys' teams. Jeff Zarin, who's the coach of the girls, Neenah High School girls team, I coached with him for 10 years with the Nutmeg. My fellow inductee here, Dave, I'm pretty sure you were my instructor in my early coaching clinics. So everybody has helped and helped me learn the game, and I've tried to take all of that and maybe add a little bit of my own and pass that on to the players. Because the Neenah soccer family really is, the legacy is producing great players, great teams, and great character. And I'm proud to be part of that. I want to thank my family. We are a soccer family. Saturday mornings the TV's on, we're watching all the games, we go to the games when we can. Kaiser, my son, who's here, he started playing at U5 and continued to play all the way through college. I got involved like everybody else did. He signed up and they needed an assistant coach, so I signed up. And I think that was the only time I was an assistant coach. After that, I was the head coach. So you develop really quickly in this club. Kaiser helped me. I had 3-on-3 teams. He served as an assistant coach through those years, which is real special. And then, as you heard from Vienna, she started playing at age 5, just like Kaiser. Played the 4 years at Neenah High School, 4 years at UW Milwaukee, and then for the Chicago Red Stars last year. And as you heard earlier this year, she was fortunate enough to sign a pro contract with Behnke in Iceland's top division, and she's been there for the last 6 months. So to see this was pretty special. And Behnke won yesterday, so that's a good thing. So, and then my wife Kathleen, who's here as well. She's supported me throughout, whether I was coaching the school teams, club teams, adult teams, she's always been there for me. And like Kevin said, she's been Kaiser and Vienna's biggest supporter in their soccer careers. So, thank you.
And we pulled this off too.
That they did. I was really surprised at that. So, beyond Kaiser and Vienna, I have 2 of my former players here. Laura Molly, who starred at Marian University, and Callie Behnke, who played at UW La Crosse. And yes, Callie has a familiar last name. She married Kaiser this summer. So, soccer gives you many, many blessings. Sometimes you win championships, sometimes you form lifelong friendships, and sometimes you get a daughter-in-law. So when I picked her 10 years ago, or picked her for the U10 developmental team, I had no idea she'd join our family 14 years later. So that's a nice surprise. Also here today is Jean Molly. Jean deserves recognition. She was the manager of the Nutmeg for all those years. And I mean, Gene just did all the behind the scenes work. I mean, medical forms, tournament application, registration, hotels, directions to the fields, and the best desserts that anybody could wish.
We agree.
Yes, for those who know. And so Gene did all this work for us, and it allowed Jeff and I to focus on coaching, and that made us a better team. And the Nutmeg was a special team. It really was. 19 of the Nutmeg players went on to play college soccer, and I'm really proud of them. Why was it such a special team? I think, number one, Deanna touched on it, we had fun. Competitive, yes, but we had fun. And if the players aren't enjoying it, there's so many other things that they can go to. But if they're enjoying it, they'll work on their own and they'll develop to their fullest potential. And then second, I think, to give us a little pat on the back, I mean, our leadership of that team was organized. Jean did her magic. So Jeff and I could focus on the players. We had them prepared. And we put them in a position to shine, and then shine they did. And then lastly, I guess I would say we believed in the players. Deanna mentioned it. We played every player, every game got on the field for half of a game. That was just our unwritten rule. That's how we did it. We believed in them, and then as a result, those players believed in themselves on and off the field. And so, I believe in Neenah Soccer. It's a special organization, and I promote it whenever I can. And I'm really proud to be part of this. So thank you.